My father-in-law used to make staffs and sticks, and he called them kellywicks. This is my storyteller staff, which I've had for many years and has travelled many a mile. There's a story about this kellywig. I'm going to read it because it needs another ending to it, or a bit more to go on the end. I need some ideas. I wonder if there are any young people out there who could listen to this and give me some ideas about what should happen next. Jan Polwidden inherited his staff from his grandfather, who had been one of the county's great drolls. Now, a droll is a storyteller. The kellywig had a special secret. You had to tap it 3 times on your miner's helmet. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And as a storyteller, and certainly about mines and things like that around Cornwall, Jan Polwidden's dad definitely had a miner's helmet. And Jan took it on with him. If he really needed something, he'd go, dunk, 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 kellywig, kellywig, I need a coin, just enough and no more. Enough for a bed and a bite to eat, and to share with another that I might meet. And then he'd get a few coins. That would be enough for him to get his bed for the night or whatever, and to pass one on to somebody else. And then he'd say, kellywig, kellywig, my thanks you do have. You may stop now and take your rest. It was important that you used the end bit. Then he tapped the staff 3 times again on his head, or to be more accurate, the stiffened felt hat. I think I must make one sometime. Kellywig, kellywig, I need some tea, but just enough to satisfy me. Kellywig, kellywig, now you may stop. I thank you. I promise I won't waste a drop. Because there was a ritual and there was an important way of doing things, that you didn't take more than you needed, that you weren't greedy. And what's more, that you shared what you had. Otherwise, he knew that in the end, bad things would happen. The head tapping was much the same, but was done with a flourish that the watcher might miss. And certainly they missed the taps on the ground that happened at the same time. Because really it was the taps on the ground that were important rather than the bangs on the head. Because you could imagine what would happen if you tried to bang that on your head without a hard miner's helmet, can't you? Of course, someone passing by as Jan carried out his little ritual with the kellywig, like Molly Pendarvis, the wife of the banker, who was well known for her greed and meanness, she would obviously think that it was the head. Now Moll, she was determined to own that staff and to possess it to gain her heart's desire. In other words, to have anything she wanted that the kellywig could provide. So at every opportunity, she followed Jan, looking for an opportunity, but he carried it everywhere. She was prepared to bet that he even slept with it. And to be truthful, he did. He kind of kept it jammed between his mattress and the wall. Then came the day when she had her chance. Late one evening, she was following him home from the Pirate's Head Inn, when Jan came across the all but lifeless form of John Stutter the smith. Jan stooped down and tended his wounds, and then went through the ritual with the staff, Kelllywick, give me some potion, for I have a notion that he's in need of a friend. And the smith, a small bottle appeared, and down beside him, and he gave the smith a few drops. Kelllywick, now you may cease. Go back to sleep and take your ease, he said. And Jan dropped the potion on the smith's lips, and he began to groan and to stir, and within a short while he was on his feet, albeit with a terrible limp. And it seemed the potion could do a lot, but not actually fix a broken foot. So the smith borrowed the staff to get him home. And the next morning, Moll went to the smith and said, "I've just come from Jan," she said. I'm going to take his staff back, if that's all right." Now, of course, he didn't know, and he handed across the staff to Moll. She took it gleefully, raced towards her home, but on the way it was just too much temptation to try it out. She ran into the nearest church and sat in the back pew and went bang, ow, ow. She hit the floor 3 times by accident more than anything else, but with her hard head she went, "Oh, Kelllywick, give me some money, so it runs through my hands like honey," she said. Well, right at that point, jars and jars and jars of honey appeared on the pew next to her. Kelllywick, no, not honey, money. Another jar, and another arrived. Kelllywick, stop, that's enough. I don't want any more of this honey stuff," she said. And the honey stopped coming. She tapped the stick 3 times again, quite reluctantly and quite softly on her bonnet. "Now, Kelllywick, give me coin in my purse, or I'll break you in 2 for better or worse." Her purse soon began to swell until it burst open and coins began to drop out all over the floor. Kelllywick, that's quite enough, but I don't want any more of this lovely stuff." But she was on her hands and knees trying to collect it all when in walked the vicar, who soon dropped to his knees to help her. She helped her to collect it up, scooping it into his wide-brimmed hat. "Oh, Mrs. Pendarvis, how generous! Your gift for the church, and the plants are wonderful, wonderful," he said. "But she began, and she thought better. She had not much choice but to give the honey and the coins to the vicar. But she still had the stick. But what happened next? What did she try? What rhymes did she use? Send me some ideas.